Hello my little recusants, and welcome back to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix 100% guide. We are flying straight over to the Olympus Coliseum to unlock our final form, which is called Final Form. Who would have thunk it? The first thing we need to do is make sure that we have equipped to become one. Do not get super trigger happy, because I'm there like, it's in Valor form. Whoops. But this is where the tournaments are an interesting caveat. When we equip to become one, it has the auto ability Light and Darkness. And what this basically does is whenever Sora goes into a dry form, it will either be anti-form or final form. It's really good to get into anti-form 13 times because we need to do that for our trophy. So just keep doing this. Even once you have unlocked final form, just keep transforming into Valor or Wisdom and triggering anti-form. But eventually Sora will just turn into the white outfitted 2 floating keyblades Sora final form version. And we are going to show you guys how to fully level final form quickly and easily in maybe 10 minutes or so, but we'll cut out the busy work. Essentially, you're going to want Oathkeeper and Bond of Flame. These are your 2 keyblades. You're going to also want to heavily suggest equipping every fire boost that you own on Sora. And then we're going to enter final form at the base of the tower, and then we're going to progress upward because it's exactly like Wisdom form. Final form gets 1 experience point per nobody you kill. And basically the quickest way to get kills in final form is to cast fire. Fire literally evaporates them quite quickly. And in the tower we're going to be facing Dusks and Samurais. And essentially I'm so nervous that, you know, we're going to run out of drive, probably needlessly so, that I just basically run down and reset the drive mode. But the more drive levels you get, the further up and up the tower you're able to go, until you're eventually able to make it all the way from the bottom of the stairs to the top of the stairs in no time. A couple of things to mention about final form. It has the strongest magic and best, staggering physical attacks of the game. As well as that, it also has the unique ability of completely resetting your anti-form counter. So long as you go into final form intermittently, you'll never enter anti-form unlimitingly again. Unless, of course, you have 2 become 1, in which case you can force trigger an anti-form. But there's no real reason to want to do that, if I'm honest. And as I say, even when it comes down to these Lancers, or Dragoons rather, there's no reason why you can't just, again, keep going up and down the stairs, leveling as you go. I think you need to kill a total of like, I want to say like 500 nobodies, something like that. But the movement ability that we get from final form is Glide. So once we max level final form, we'll be able to have all the movement abilities and collect all of the puzzle pieces throughout all the worlds, which is going to be great. Eventually, the more and more powerful you get, the more levels you get, you're more likely to actually reach the top of Yen Sid's tower. Yen Sid or the fairies aren't there, unfortunately, but again, you can use that save point to warp back, and you're getting phenomenal levels as well. So there's that too, which is obviously brilliant. And for the middling levels, we actually get additional form boosts from final form, so we can stay in our final form or any form even longer with Oathkeeper supplementing that as well. But as I say, you can do the mansion as well. I mean, it has a high volume of nobodies, but I just find Yen Sid's Tower to be the best. But yeah, before you know it, you're going to have max level final form, max level glide to fly around with in base Sora form. And yeah, it's brilliant. And for the rest of this episode, we're actually going to get every other form to its max level. Because if you'll remember, I basically saying, oh, well, like, we're limited to getting our drives to certain levels until we unlock new forms. And we got a big boost by unlocking limit form and master form so quickly, one after the other. So now with final form, we are able to just maximize all of our forms to their mastered level, which means that their movement ability becomes level 3 basically, and you'll have 9 drive bars whenever you turn into any form once they're mastered. So glide level 3, which means technically final form has an even better glide than glide level max. It's just like in Valor form, if you technically transform into a max level Valor form, you'll jump even higher again. Now the next one we're going to level is Master Form, and we're going to go back to the tower again. Don't forget this puzzle piece. It's very, very easy to miss because you would never think to come back in here unless you forgot that treasure chest in the beginning of the game. But basically for Master Form leveling for the final time, we're going to equip in Master Form the Sweet Memories Keyblade or the Wishing Lamp. And we're going to have Sweet Memories as our main Keyblade. And the reason for this is because it gives us tons of drive orbs. Now, if you're happier going to the Cavern of Remembrance, you can. And just get the drive orbs from the coloured balls, like in my previous guide. 100% you can do that. But if you want to get a good amount of money and drive orbs, you can play the gambler games in the Moon Room, and so long as you don't fail, you should be able to get tons of drive orbs and money. And obviously, if you didn't have Sweet Memories equipped, all of this would be money. So if you're ever wanting to, you know, get yourself some potions and some ethers, you can. But having said all of that, if you ever are finding, oh, the game is tricky, I'm after turning into a card, for example, you can just leave the room and you'll be reverted back to not base Sora, but actually Master Form Sora. So that's actually quite handy. And then if you just attack the gamblers once, you kind of get them to go into their play game quicker. And if you just pause buffer, you're able to kind of cheese it a little bit. Whether it's the X or O1, you can just wait for the reaction command to like change, and then once you press, you know, triangle after that, you're guaranteed a hit as well. So it's exploitable, it's handy, and it's good for the money as well. But then at the moment, that basically means we have Master Form and Final Form finished. We're kind of going into complete reverse order now of how we've unlocked them. Oh, see, and like, look, if you end up playing the game, like, there's no big deal. You can just push your way out and go back in. Absolutely no hassle. But this should be very, very quick in getting your drive orbs together. And just like that, Master Form's finished, and I think you know where we're going next. Back to Agrabah! And we're going to finally finish leveling because we ended up getting Peter Pan and Co. back in the Caribbean. So we're essentially going to now maximize our summons along with maximizing Valor form and Limit form. Oh, by using this little mushroom as a guinea pig to cheese experience for our limits and our hits. But the problem with this now is, you know, we're getting kind of powerful. Like, we're not even really, if we were wanting to focus this down, we could probably definitely actually defeat this mushroom. And we're gonna do that as well, guys. Just also, we've glide now, so we can pick up any puzzle piece we want. So We're going to be doing a puzzle collecting bonanza. Not this episode, but next episode is going to be really focused on procuring the puzzle pieces, shall we say. I'm definitely going to name it that in the episode. But yeah, Valor has a lot of hits needed. So
let's go.
Before that, let's actually defeat the mushroom. To get a very good trophy and a nice little cosmetic upgrade for Sora, we have to beat all of these mushrooms in a particular time limit. Just go into final form and spam fire without hitting your final Saraga. You get it done super quick. So our goal was to defeat mushroom number 5 in 10 seconds. We did it in 8. So just fire, pause, fire, and it's done. Especially with your fire boost and stuff. So a very simple mission. At the moment then, we're going to just hop in and just try and go through the journal again. But guys, we're super late game now. Like, it's wild to me to be like, I'm actually giving you the final form, you know, tutorial. I'm showing you maxed drives. I'm showing you maxed summons. I'm showing you Sora with all growth abilities. So, like, those pesky, you know, 1 or 2 puzzle pieces in the different worlds where it was like, yeah, you just needed to glide over and collect them. Pretty crazy. And again, we will be going back to the world that never was. I obviously had no treasures gotten then. And so when you're going to watch a bit later on in the video, I'm going to show maximizing limit, maximizing valor. Like, you already know the strategies, so I'm not like overly worried about over-explaining them. We've done them before in the series, but just so you can show and be shown, oh, you've maxed them here. The strategy still works, you know? But in a clip I'm going to show you, it's from Wisdom, and strictly speaking, I level Wisdom a bit later, but I said, oh, I'm going to be naming this reaching max level in all forms guide, you know, so I'm just going to put all the forms together. But the Wisdom form is a bit of time traveling where we collect treasure chests, but then if you end up looking in a future episode, I'm going into Wisdom and collecting those chests. I've just clipped them. I've just clipped them from that future episode to this one. Just for complete transparency.
Give me strength.
Now I think I need like something like 300 hits to reach final level in Valor. So you're not going to get it in one go, and you're not going to get it even within one drive, but just, you've 8 drive bars, and since I got form boost from final form, I have multiple layers of form boost allowing me to keep in Valor a lot longer, because the amount at which attacking, you know, and lasting in the different forms is obviously amplified. As you can see, I went back and set another record. I did it even quicker in 7 seconds, but I was like, I've already shown you beating it I've already shown you beating it in like 8 seconds, and it's in under 10, so it's just continuous fires. But that's Valor max high jump in Valor form, and high jump level 3 for base form Sora. The only other one then is Limit, which is the exact same strategy as before. We go into Limit, we use our limits, we go to the save point to recover, we repeat. It's just time consuming more than anything else, but again, just showing how high we can jump, and with our double jump to like extend it in height as well. Absolutely amazing. Amazing feeling, amazing time to be here, present in the playthrough, guys.
Let's go.
And it's just, to me, it's just so funny. It's like this one enemy. This one enemy just took the like scaling and the challenge of like Kingdom Hearts 2 and the drive forms and like, you know, how you level it. Like, if you think about it, like, I would have had to have found either an area with tons of Heartless that I could like hit multiple times. It just doesn't bear thinking about. Leveling Valor in Kingdom Hearts 2 base is so different compared to leveling in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix because of this Heartless, basically. And now we have Dodge Roll level 3, which is lovely. And this again is clipping ahead to us looking at you know, wisdom form. And I'm here saying what we need to do is we need to equip Bond of Flame, because we're going to just want to do as much fire damage as possible. And I say this as well, use all your stat ups, don't let them sit in your inventory. But also, equip Ethers. I kind of don't, which is just silly. But equip Ethers just so you can be using and replenishing your MP. Like, it's do or die at this point. Like, where we can grind out the money with the jackpot keyblade and like the gambler nobodies that I showed you in Yen Sid's Tower. So like we're here, we're fine, you know. But as I say, that's all you have to do is just fire it up. And what you can also do if you, for whatever reason, didn't level up wisdom as much, even if you only are like level 1 wisdom, the fact that you have Faraga in your arsenal, you know, it's a no-brainer. You will fly from level, like base level wisdom to max in this one little corridor, because once you go back to Fragment Crossing, you revert straight out of your wisdom form and you're able to just go back into it easy peasy. And just like that, all of our beautiful forms max level. Absolutely brilliant. Now, what I want to do next is I want to go through the Cavern of Remembrance. Now that we have all of our movement, we can basically travel all around the Cavern of Remembrance really, really easily. My only worry, even live when I was doing this, was I'm strong, like I'm beating up the Heartless, they're not really a struggle for me. The Heartless weren't really a struggle, and again, these couple of little treasure chests, like, it's just thinking you have them all and you're like, oh, I better actually just check around this area. Did I collect them all? No. So don't let these little side lanes go unexplored. Although, future spoiler, that little nook area was definitely going to be explored further in other episodes, because a very important, very important area is going to unlock there, but that I don't want to spoil. But like, we'll be going there quite frequently, on autopilot almost. But basically, we're going to be hopping back into the Cavern of Remembrance, into the depths. And we're going to be progressing further, because with Glide, this all becomes very, very, very simple. And this entire area was built with specific dimensions, with specific requirements, that you have max glide, max jump, max everything. Like, it's so well designed and it's so sleek that it seems insurmountable when you first appear, when it first unlocks, and then you zip around it with such finesse. At this point in the game, it's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I love this dungeon. I love the music. Like, this dungeon alone, especially because it has like such a unique, you know, world theme, battle theme, it feels like its own world. Even though, strictly speaking, it's like, I feel like Hollow Bastion has, you know, its own world. The entrance to Hundred Acre Wood world. The entrance to Space Paranoid's world. As well as, like, the Cavern of Remembrance world. Like, this just feels like its own Timeless River-esque world space. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely wild. And the Heartless here, they drop Remembrance items and Serenity items quite frequently as well. They kind of drop Serenity stuff well. And we're going to be needing to collect some good Remembrance stuff for later synthesis, because an awful lot of the stuff we've already created, we need to use our Serenity shards, Serenity stones. We're going to need to use Serenity items to basically upgrade our, let's say, Mega Potion to a Mega Ether, to upgrade our Elixir to a Mega Elixir, to upgrade our Drive Recovery to a High Drive Recovery. Like, it is just so important to just stock up on low-level Serenity stuff too. Like, it's all well and good being like, how do I farm Serenity Crystals? Because you'll need Serenity Crystals for like the best stuff in the game. But at the same time, you're like, you need like Serenity Shards and Serenity Stones and Serenity Gems. And here is a good place to get it. But also, the entire subcategory of Remembrance items. This is the only area that allows you to collect Remembrance items. So all those Heartless in the first room, that room is basically like Remembrance Shards and Stones. And this is where we leveled Master, but basically the different colours of the balloons are telling you what growth ability is needed to progress through the challenge. In this case, we needed kind of quick run. We needed a high level quick run so we could just like scoot all the way through that little gap. But then we get combat challenges, and I suppose to go into it, the ghosts are immune to thunder. Quite an awful lot of the Heartless are immune to thunder magic in this area. Nothing's immune to reflect though. That's why I am spamming it like there's no tomorrow. And you know what else? It was only like 2 more minutes into this zone that I even realized, actually, I didn't re-equip Donald with Cure since trying to do the Twilight Town EXP grind. So this entire thing, I'm like, Donald, why aren't you healing me? Oh my god, Donald, I'm such low hit points right now. What the frick? You know, it's like, actually, that's not my fault. That's not Donald's fault, it's my fault, you know? But just to help explain through this dungeon. So we got through the, Wisdom Form challenge. We then can destroy this for a little shortcut to get back out to the main area. Or conversely, to skip from the main area, skip to the mining area. Don't miss out on these treasure chests. And then this is where you're going to have to attack all of the different gears, levers. English is failing me, but you're going to need to attack them all really rapidly in quick succession to get them all spinning. And once they're all spinning, we've basically activated the internal mechanisms of this cavescape. And now there's like moving platforms. It's giving the like underwater dungeon vibes of like original Hollow Bastion, which I do love. And as I say, just checking up on the treasures, I'm like, am I missing stuff? And it's like, oh, there's probably something missing back there, and you know, we'll just have to find it. That's our job. So I'm like, is it in the mine shaft? Where is it? What is it? And I suppose, really, guys, this is where it does just become, you know, follow me, and hopefully, you know, you don't get too lost. But it's when you're kind of going back and forth from worlds all the time that it can get a bit disorientating as to like, oh, I better make sure I collected that. Otherwise you'd be like, oh, I've been following along and I'm now missing whatever chest, you know. It's like, oh, bit tricky. But there are chests and stickers everywhere. And the problem with Final Form is that we're floating. We're not even actually standing, so we're kind of nudging Sora, but like his momentum will carry him through the air further than when we like stop walking. So it is just important to, I suppose, just be very careful where we're stopping. And the Keyblades love to like flail around as well. You're like, oh god, be careful. Got ourselves another map though. Very nice. And a Manifest Illusion. Very, very rare synthesis item. So after getting that sticker, and now yeah, we're back to the riding the wind. But what's funny is that like the high Sora in like Final Form doesn't actually have like high jump and double jump. So base form Sora has the best movement in the game because he's quick run, dodge roll, glide, and double jump and high jump. So Sora is his most immobile in this, you know, base form, which is absolutely beautifully poetic. Now, for this one, we're going to have to quick run and time a
Back off.
double jump really, really carefully. And then we get another sealed battle. We're now out of final form, which is a bit messy. Because there's like no drive now. But we have magic. A bit of an aerial reflect for safety. No. So, yeah. This space is still really hard. Like, it's not... It's crit mode. And this is with us, you know, grinding some levels with double EXP in Twilight Town, you know? But could you imagine us trying to do this? Well, first of all, you wouldn't be able to, because, well, you could actually have. I did actually take the time to level all my drives, so for a lot of them, you can probably get by with actually turning into the drive and using Wisdom form with, you know, level 3 Wisdom. Yeah, I'd say you probably could get here at lower levels. But all I can say is, guys, Magnet Burst is needed. And put back on Donald's Cure. You kind of think like, oh, like the party members are useless, but like when you're down and out and Donald has MP, you're like, oh man, it'd be great if he'd help, wouldn't it? And look at that Kiraga, putting him straight back up, and now Donald has max magic, so I'm just praying. I'm just praying to get to like 4 or 5 drives. Also, I'm sure I mentioned it before, but your drive recovers quicker when you're an MP recharge as well, as kind of an incentive to kind of keep attacking. Because obviously going into drive fully refreshes your HP and MP as well, so... Yeah, it's there as like a little heal moment. I was just waiting to get my MP back there. I was like, oh my god, please let me heal. And we go into the second to last area of this whole dungeon. Yeah, Serenity Stones, absolutely amazing. And Remembrance Stones. Keep in mind, we have to try and get all the different Remembrance items, including crystals. And the Remembrance crystals are only off one particular enemy. And that enemy is a reskin, and he's a nightmare, and I hate him. But a part of me was also like, how am I? And I'm like, not that well. I'm not doing that well in this zone, you know? And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I didn't have fucking Donald Cure on. That's so dumb. And then I'm like, oh, Donald, you wouldn't even heal me. Now, a better gamer would have paused before combat initiated and used a tent. These Black Book individuals, they can't be physically struck, which is a pain. A really, really big pain. And then this is where I decide, okay, clearly I just, you know, this is not the time, this is not the way. And I back out. And I basically back out all the way out of the cavern. I'm just like, no, not today. Sorry. And this is what I also find super interesting. This is all one interconnected level design. This one particular shaft, like. So we're all the way back at the initial test, which was quick run. And here we are back at the beginning. It's just a cylindrical climb up and up and up. And from the top, you can literally drop all the way through the map down to the bottom. And this is where I'm like, oh, are some of these initial treasures what I'm missing? And they were. So let's just get a reflect out there. Let's collect some more gems. Remembrance gems. Lovely. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Oh, now the car's angry. Look what you've done now. Anyway, we're going to just try our best just to get that treasure chest. All this for one treasure chest, guys. I swear to God. Jeepers, come on. But that's been our episode. We will come back when we want to finalize the puzzle pieces for Hollow Bastion. Next episode is going to be a hunting down montage, but we do basically, well, from the purposes of this Let's Play, or this episode's perspective, we've seen all the forms maxed, which is great. We're going to just do a little bit of puzzle keeping and upkeep. But yeah, nearly have all the maps and just a couple of treasures remaining. But that's been our episode today. I've been the RPG Recusant. You've all been amazing, and I'll chat to you at the next episode. Have a good one.